chess events, covering them properly and stuff. So you gotta combine with other more lucrative activities. So, all right. Where were we? Where were we, my friends? Well, first thing first, I hope we are live very much now. I hope we're live currently. I hope I advertised this one correctly, right? I hope we're running onto chess.com and things as per the announcement. We're not only chess this evening. Let me check briefly. I clean my... Yeah, I think I should be live now, right? I should. Shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to check the rest of the channels. I'm going to assume I am. What's this? Notification, no, we have... Oh, come on, leave me alone. That thing. Okay. So... What's this happening? Why is this thing here? Cover up. Refresh the page again. Refresh the page again. So we want to look at... I haven't heard of this guy, Adrian Suarez. Sounds very Spanish, of course. And Levi Rosman, your favorite streamer or something like that? I haven't looked at Eric Rosen yet, so we can alternate in between the two. Whose turn is it? Adrian Suarez with the white pieces. And Levy looks to me, he plays something very valiant and courageous. He gets the king so close to the freaking pawns. What is he planning? What's King F5? What the heck is King F5? Why? So he was on G6 and he moved King F5. Huh. Like this kind of ideas doesn't scare him or anything. Knight F3, Knight F3, King E3. I guess Levy wants to get some rooks also, but we need to wait for the right moment. Is it a plan for Black try to support this guy with a knight and then moving the rooks over to, you know, either H or G file? Is that a sound idea? I know it's White's turn, but I'm just trying to imagine some possible scenarios. All right, so also I hope it's not too glitchy. I hope the sound is okay because I've also put the music now, but I reduced the volume. I mean, I don't want to be very loud like it was last time. So, because by the way, I have no means to actually check whatever's singing or playing or anything. I have no idea. I mean, I just put the jazz option on stuff and we'll take it from there. Anyway. Madrid Chess Festival, round number 6, and it is White's turn to play. What is White supposed to do? I don't know just yet. We can speculate on this. Would you actually check here the king? Just to get your king closer as well. Would you play some bishop over to e1? Would you check? Would you... What else, Sam? Anyway, I think Levy played a weird idea with the king moving over to f5. Hello, Vesso. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, hello. It's a weird move, that one, right? King g6 over to king f5. It's a little bit of a weirdness getting that king closer. Okay, he didn't play bishop e1. He played bishop d2, as per to not allow the king, I suspect. You don't want to allow the king, but upon knight taking, king's gonna take regardless. If that was an intent or something. Weird, 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 weird. So that was Suarez's last move. Adrian last move. Bishop d2. Huh. Why? Knight takes. King takes. King f5. That makes me think that actually Levy wants to infiltrate the king here. Namely, if black knight takes and king takes, does he really plan on to getting king on g3 and attack g2 with the king? Really? Is that his plan? Or maybe he wants to keep the king here for the time being and, you know, just being supportive of this pawn. Well, white's last move of bishop d2 anyway. But the king on g6 could have defended too. That's a bit weird. Okay. Okay. You're referring to Levi Rosman, the man who... Did he really heal your brain? With his course on Karo Khan, or what exactly did he use to heal your brain, Veso? What exactly did Levi use to heal your brain? All right. Okay. I absolutely wasn't aware that I might have an effect of healing people's brain, but if that's the case, I think this is phenomenal. Indeed, if that is the case, that is really good stuff. Let's keep healing the brain then. Let's keep healing the brain with more brain activity, right? That's okay, folks. We just try to, as much as possible, we try to relax playing, at least understanding when we're covering chess events. We try to understand as much as possible and to anticipate and to improve our chess calculations and chess functionality. So he did take indeed, king takes. Now, the biggest question is, guys, do you really think black is going to play king f4 with the purpose of g3? Or is just a bit too much of a stretch to even think of this craziness? Is this really a plan? Is this really what Levy wants? I can tell you what's the reason for the last move he played. The last move Levy played, b5 to b4, wants to do this, wants to shut off the whole, well, sort of, wants to keep the black knight. So let me think a bit. I think he wants to move in principle the rooks. But as long as this guy is here having triple attack on b4, I'm not sure you can move anything. And now the king stops the black king infiltration on f4, probably g3, and also defends the d4. So the white king's position on e3 does not allow the black king access, and also, you know, keeps an eye on this pawn, so to speak. So we may say that the white knight is free to play stuff, whatever that means. Let's look at this dance a little bit. Okay, he tries to open up things here. He gotta hold his horses. He got to hold his horses. This is critical moment here. Anyway, I've got to say that Levy's was 7 minutes 36. The other guy is on 15 minutes. So he needs to accelerate maybe just a bit faster than the other guy. Just maybe a tiny little bit. Do you have to take, by the way? Do you have to capture? Because if you capture, with check, of course, black king has to take, and upon taking, they stopping your king to move closer, and also they might have access to g3 and then maybe attacking your g2. Yeah, there is always this, but interesting. I'm not sure if you should take. Maybe you should do something else. Maybe you should do rook. Maybe you should attack rook b1. Oh my days, can you take this pawn? Wait a minute, can you take the pawn on a3? Because if this guy takes, I'm gonna grab on b7. I just want a bloody pawn. Can I do this? Can I do knight takes a3? Asking for a friend? Yeah, there is something afterwards. Anyway, can I actually take on a3? It's very complicated. Okay, king defense, that's for sure, and cuts off the black king completely. So we might see some stuff. Again, I'm reiterating, if knight a3 could be an option here, my friends. This one definitely is a check. I don't deny this. That's cool. But I like to take pawns actually. Well, if you take on a3, the other guy is hanging, frankly. So I'm not sure. So knight on a3 would be playable if the white king would support the pawn on d4. And now that's check. You're not supporting nothing. You're being under check. Could you block? Yeah, but then he's gonna play. Lev is gonna play the other rook doubling on f. So you gotta be careful about this. And if you drop the knight, then the pawn on d4 is being captured. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Rook to f7. Well, that is a check. We have to acknowledge this. Rook f3, rook b to f8. And you have to figure out something. You kind of can maybe rook the other rook b1 to b3, but then you might be running into this. I'm not sure what to tell you. Maybe then you move the rook to d3, so you sort of make a rook lift, and it is possible, I guess. This, I mean, in case that they take, you take with tempo. Is that working? If you're not blocking, you're gonna have to move the king if you don't block, so to speak. Yeah, you happy with this? Are you happy with rook g1, or you want to go for rook f3? Which one might be your option, my friends? Let me know. Which one you think is more suitable for this position here? So rook f3, rook b f8. The other rook over to b3. Knight a5 attacking. And then rook over to d3. Is that working? Rook f3, rook bf. The other rook here, defending twice. This guy attacking. Rook d3. Is this working? Maybe it is. And the b4 is hanging. So we have to think about this. Not an easy choice. I think Levy, despite the fact he's on 8 minutes, he did pose to some problems. To his opponent some problems here. I mean, you got him thinking. And that's a little bit time consuming. This is move number 44. And you gotta think carefully about this. Rook f3, rook bf, rook b1, b3, knight a5, rook d3. I think it's relatively okay. I think it's okay for white if they were to do this. What else is here for white? You can't move the knight. You move the knight, you drop d4. That's a disaster. Or you play king g1. King g1. And then probably black's gonna what? Gonna move back because white is attacking 3 times before. So after all in all, if you really hate the complications, just king g1. You play just king g1, you know, and that's about it for now. And black has to move the rook back on b7 because white is attacking 3 times. Oh, I gotta answer this phone, guys. Just Alrighty, folks, I had to take that phone call. Apologies. Some stuff happened all the time. Things happens in this dimension. Okay, but now we're doing chess. Hey, rook f3. Yay! I was thinking about rook f3. So, guys, fasten your seatbelts because we're going to go for something a little bit wild here. Rook f3 is going to become very sharp. Very sharp. Rook f3. I like this move. So, Adrian Suarez chose to play a very combative move, rook f3. He could have played maybe king g1. I'm not sure what the engine would say about king g1, but definitely that would have been a bit more defensive. Now, rook f3, on the other hand, rook f3 hits the rook that attacked the king. So, you can't just ignore this tension here. So now I don't know if we are going to see doubling of the rooks or rook takes. Let me tell you something weird. If the black rook captures the white rook on f3, obviously you take back with the pawn with tempo, checking the king. Now, after this happens, what if the king actually goes in front of the pawn? I'm very serious about this. And they themselves created the passed pawn here. So I've got to tell you something. Rook f3 might be slightly faulty, if I may say that, guys. I think rook f3, it's a little bit, maybe a little bit too unnecessary. What I mean by this is that rook takes, pawn takes, king plays f4. You can't check the black king with nothing, and this guy is a free pawn. Passed pawn, we call it in chess, unchallenged by any pawn. So what are you exactly going to play next? You're going to try to stave off that pawn coming down the board. But then maybe black is going to get a little bit more persistent with pushing this guy on b3. And upon you taking, they're going to take with the rook, and thus they create another passer on a3. So actually it's getting really funny. I think it's quite a little bit challenging. I'm not sure rook f3 was the most sound ever plan for white. I might be wrong because I'm a human, and after 2 chess clubs and a lot of commuting in London today, I might not see things in the most lightest clarity, in the most brightest and shiniest clarity ever. But definitely there is something here with the rook takes and then pawn takes and then king f4. Okay, he chose the idea, Levy chose the idea that I did speculate about. Levy chose the idea with rook b to f8, which, by the way, guys, in principle, doubling the rook on an open, semi-open file, it is always very healthy, very recommendable. It's awesome, it's great. You want to double up the rook, double power, and all and all and all. Now, I really would like to inquire at the end, with the help of the almighty Stockfish, if actually black rook takes f3 was better than rook b f8, which is going to generate a very sharp position, guaranteed. Guaranteed. And there is another subtlety here we need to take into account, my friends. After rook b3, you have to think about this one, because your rook can't really take the black pawn because the rook is bloody pinned. So rook bf8, so now he take, and now he went with the king on g1. Okay. Okay. That's very nice idea. Good morning to you too, sir. Okay. I don't know what country you reside in, but that sounds cool, because it's 7:30 p.m. in the UK London now, and it's cool knowing that some folks just waking up now. That's awesome. Cool stuff. I'm happy to see it's a vast network of international friends watching our stream here. So I'm really grateful for this, guys. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, don't forget about your coffee. I don't know if you're a coffee drinker. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you drink wine first thing. Well, sorry, I don't recommend. I'm not telling you what to apologize. Maybe you're just a young student or something. So, okay, cool. Stick with milk and cookies. That would be what the mildest morning. Okay. Okay. What's next here? King G1. Blacks to play. How many minutes does Levy have? 5 minutes Levy, 11 minutes White. 5 minutes Levy. What is he going to do? He did push this pawn. If you take, you take. And actually, it's a little bit of pressure. There is also, oopsie, there is also this idea that might happen. So after king takes, we might see this. ASAP. ASAP, because the king is being denied the third rank and the second rank implicitly. So if you play rook to b3, you're actually sending the black king back up to fourth rank, and you might be coming up with some further checks. But also this guy is a little bit hanging. So this is very bloody sharp. Very sharp. Like very sharp. I would throw a rook b3 first myself, my friends. I would throw a rook b3 check. And then there may be another check if they go g4. If they don't go g4 and go h4, that's an entirely different stuff here. I'm also very much attracted about this idea too, because even if the other guy takes, you push, and actually it's a little bit alarming, but at the same time it's a double-edged sword, because you're actually allowing then the black pawn to moving down. You've just created the pass pawn for the other guy as well, so this is incredibly dangerous. Rook b3 I think is a must. So rook b3 is one of those things that I'm just feeling a bit more comfortable about playing. It gives me a bit more confidence. And then perhaps we need to explore knight b4. And if they take... maybe I'm going to push the white pawn. But then if they play rook to c7, they're actually attacking that pawn twice. True! Rook b3, there you go. At least if I take it step by step, I do manage to find some... something similar to what this guy understands and plays himself. There you go, king here. But he didn't check, mind you. I guess he wants to save the knight for the grab. He wants to save the white knight for capturing on b4. So knight takes on b4. And if knight takes, obviously knight takes wins for white. That's how I understand. So if knight b4, rook b4, it's a win for white. That's how I see it. So if knight b4, I guess black needs to take here and also attacks the rook. And it's getting funny, but then there is a... No, you can't because there is bloody knight. So they take, and then you gotta play. Well, you take another. You take another pawn then. Very promising. I guess this is the way for white to play. Knight b4, knight d4, attacking the rook. Rook a3, taking the other. And I think it's playable. Very sharp, crazy. How many minutes left, my friends? 5 for Levy, 11 for Adrian Suarez. So 11 to 5, my friends. 11 to 5. That's a sharp one. So I think... Oh, whose turn is it? King g2. Okay, he played King g2. Levy's. What does black play? I don't know. If you're really concerned about losing the b4, you need to drop this guy back, which is very defensive. The question is, can you just drop that pawn? This is the question. Can you afford to drop this pawn? Because it looks to me you shouldn't. It looks you shouldn't be dropping the pawn. But there is another bloody thing. You need also to calculate knight takes a3, rook b7, knight takes a3. You can't take because I take, but then there is always knight takes d4, attacking. True. So knight a3 can be discarded though. Rook b7 and knight a3 must be discarded. You gotta figure out something else. What? I guess you could do a check, but the guy gets closer, so that doesn't work. So, yeah, rook b7, there you go. Smart and wise guy, this Levi Rosman. So, yes, rook b7, totally, you cannot afford to lose b4. This is unlosable. This is not to be lost. You can't do this. What does white play now? Fellas, very sharp. You could do some funny check, but the king is going to go closer to actually be attacking this guy twice, believe it or not. There is another idea. Rook f3. Do you know why he did it? I'll tell you why he did it. He did it for this. He did rook f3 because he wants to play rook f6 and he wants to take here. Obviously, we need to figure out now a way to be playing here for black, and easier said than done, that is. He could go bloody where? Here? But that's so defensive. This is so defensive. Very defensive. Mind you guys, you can't do rook to g7 because there is the painful skewer in the end of the game with rook g3, checking the black king, moves, and the black rook is lost. So that's not playable. Saying just for all of our friends, especially for the younger ones, so to say. So rook g7 can't be played. And you either make your black knight to do a very defensive job with knight to d8 here, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. I do not recommend that. I'd rather... Rook f3 is going to happen. Can black prevent this? And if they can, how? Can they do knight a5 for a push? Given the fact that you want to create an a3 passed pawn, could you possibly think of doing that? Again, this is very, very sharp and critical for both colors. My question was, if rook f3 could be counterplayed with a move like knight to a5. Knight to a5 aiming to push b3, attacking the white knight. And if white captures, frankly, you're going to push this guy at some point. No, wait a second. No, you take with the rook, if rook is on f3. So knight f5, rook f3, pawn goes, this guy goes. Hey, he pushed now. Levi pushed now. This guy might be onto something. He creates a passed pawn, but also he gives up on this guy. Wait a second, I'm not sure about the quality of this moment right now. The quality of this move being chosen right now. I'm not fully convinced. Rook b3. I guess you kind of take. And then this guy takes. And then this guy goes. Yeah, okay, okay. The knight still holds it. But then this guy wants to deflect your knight, and then so I can get a queen. This is actually quite critical. What do we think? Well, this is just too much. There's no checkmate. There is no checkmate here. No, that doesn't work, knight e3. You need to address the b3 move that has just happened. So let's assume again. Rook takes. You can't, or can you do? You can do knight a3? No, this is a disaster. Rook takes b3. Okay. Rook takes b3. A takes b3. And a2. One single step until promotion. And I guess the idea for Levi is to grab this guy as well, trying to deflect the white knight so that they could get a queen. Can white ignore the pawn that had just been pushed and just go instead for something else? Quite critical. If you go for a move like rook g3, doesn't mean nothing, because you still have to address that particular problem with b4 to b3. And maybe my previous idea to play knight a5 was maybe a bit too slow. Just maybe it was a bit too slow. So I think Levi is faster and a bit more pragmatic and more efficient than the plan that I've proposed here, my friends. I think I kind of like this move b3 now. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So I think it's looking good, b3 now. Rook b3. I mean, rook takes, black rook takes, pawn takes, and pawn a2. Quite critical. Wow. Actually, yeah, Suarez was pretty much a lot enjoying. He was enjoying more time than Levy for a good portion of the game. Yes, he does have quite a few more minutes, and they matter so much. They matter so bloody much, especially now. This is so critical. Now, I think Levy got a very fun, very good, very sharp idea, and that passer on A is a nightmare for Adrian Suarez. So that A3 pawn, it's actually the real deal. And how you dealing with that makes the difference between still being in the game or just simply losing. I think B3 is a great tactical stuff that Levy chose to play. Again, I did say about rook G3, but it doesn't mean a bloody thing because it doesn't address this particular issue. It doesn't address this pawn. So that's a complete waste of a tempo. Rook G3, king to G5, rook to F3, back again. King runs away. I mean, this kind of messing about doesn't really bring anything here. But maybe, my friends, maybe Adrian understands how critical this stuff is, and practically maybe the guy just wants to do like a sort of perpetual because he's desperate. Given the fact you can't move the king on f6, so, you know, but that doesn't work. The only bloody perpetual. You don't do any perpetual here. You're gonna run away. Goodbye, perpetual. It could be a little bit of a skewer, but oh. Not sure. I am not sure about that skewer because it's a bit far-fetched. I'm not sure that skewer is going to actually happen. This one is a complete waste of a tempo. I don't see anything happening for white following rook g3, rook h3 and stuff. Checks like this are completely useless unless he saw something really deep. Rook g3. Okay, I think Levy's going to run away, fellas. He's going to zigzagging. He's going to zigzagging a little bit. Do you want to bet he's going to end up somewhere on the back rank? There you go. Didn't I just say it? Didn't I just say it? Okay, white is really scared about the prospect of a2, a3. He's really concerned about this. The tragic stuff for white is that considering this, considering rook takes, considering pawn takes, considering a3, a2, if this thing happens, you can't even take. You got to drop on a. And the pawn doing that, black is just simply executing you because he's just creating another passer. He's attacking your guys. I'm not sure if you end up very well being white here. And it just doesn't look good for Suarez here. It doesn't. It does not. King h5. I'm not sure what is the plan for white to stay in the game. In all honesty, you need to sack an exchange for this. You need to hope Levy's gonna screw up somehow. You need to play like what? Like what? Knight takes a3, pawn goes down. I mean, what do you want to play? What do you want to play? In the minute you play knight a3, this guy's gonna push the pawn straight. No, they're gonna take on a2. You're done. Well, you're not. They play here. So they push, right? Knight a3, they push. Black pushes the pawn. Knight takes a3, b3, b2 coming down the board. Not mentioning there is also this. But probably the pawn wants to go down the board. That's a very good stuff he played, Levy, with b3. Very good, very sharp. And the position is so difficult to hold by white here. Very critical for white. Again, if he goes for rook h3 and stuff, the king is going to zigzag its way out. You're not going to do nothing. There's nothing you do. So, You guys can tell me if you got anything. Okay, rook h3. He went for rook h3. Okay. You want to bet on king g6? Levy doesn't want to draw. So he's not going to do a threefold repetition. No, he's just zigzagging, exactly as I said. This, and he's going to go here. Rook h3, king g7. Rook g3, king f8. King f8, I suspect. And I think that's good. But white doesn't have anything. So he tries to do some forcing move to win a little bit of tempo. But, okay, king g7. Come on, Levy. King g7. Rook g3. King f8. King g6. It's going to be another check. And then I guess he goes here. That is f7. He goes f7, right? He goes f7, and that's just about. There's nothing else. White still needs to go back to the big problem that is black pawn on b3. And a black pawn would be a passer. Very, very, very soon here. Thank you very much, Huawa. I don't know how do I pronounce your name. I apologize if I mess up your name's pronunciation, my friends. Joao or Huao? Okay. Rook g3, king f7, right? King f7. And if rook f3, then king over to e7 or king e8, and I guess there's nothing else. White needs to go back to what the heck am I doing about the b3 black pawn being pushed? Which is a problem, I guess, for white. It is a problem indeed. So what exactly is going to happen? I'm very curious. Really curious. Okay. You guys feel free to type in your best interpretations. Of course, no recourse to the engine for the time being, guys. We're gonna look at the engine later. Or if you look at the engine, that's fine, but don't tell us what the engine said, because there's just no point in it. No, I think black wants to create a pass pawn. Rat Console Gaming, thank you very much for the question. Looks to me that there is a psychological edge and a positional advantage for black that pushes a pawn for promotion. It looks to me black is about to kind of winning here, because that very critical b3 black pawn move, it's incredibly challenging, and whichever way you're going to take that pawn, well, if you don't take, you're pretty much finished. So it's not about not taking the pawn. After checks are finishing, what do you do with white? It's a very, very simple question, and I don't have a satisfactory answer for this. Whatever I propose playing with white, I don't like it. So let's assuming, my friends, let's assuming f7, let's assuming f3, let's assume e8. Game over in terms of checking that king. You got nothing. Unless you want to... No, okay, this is just done. Okay, if you then take rook b3, as we said already, if you do rook b3, rook takes, pawn goes a2, and you got to do everything you can with that knight to guard a1 or put yourself on a1 and stay there. When you stay there, the black knight is going to eat your pawns, and the black king, mind you, would be on e7 or e8. You're not going to go through that king with your... You don't have no passes. I mean, the only pass is the c5 white pawn. This guy is not going to make it anywhere. After knight takes and king assuming is here, you're just dead. That's it. You just lost being white here. So looks to me, my friends, white is in a little bit of an issue at the minute now, we could say. It's got an issue. There is a little issue here for white. By the way, I'm not using engine for my streams and stuff. I mean, I'm using the engine after the game had finished. And A takes B3. Didn't I say? I said about this one, this guy wants to promote, and now we have to figure out some ways to actually make this happening. The reason rook d3 had been played is because Levy wanted to play knight to d4, and if you deflected your knight, then queen is coming. So ab3 white decided this is a problem, this guy is a problem. If white sorts out that pawn, then he has hopes. If you do not sort out that passer, then you're in deep trouble. Rook d3. What is black supposed to be playing? Do you play the natural move here? And then what? Let's say this. Okay. Then let's say this. Rook knight b4. Okay. Rook plays here. Then we can debate rook a3. Yeah, maybe. Very sharp, and it's beautiful in its complexity. Oh yeah, Rat Console Gaming, it's unbelievable. The game is superb. I mean, Levy just performs so originally, so nicely, so creatively. Look, he's for the fight. He wants to fight here. I mean, there's no compromise. I've watched Levy like 2 days ago. I was covering the what was that? I don't know what round was that, and I admired like his propensity to playing aggressive and creative and fighting games. He's not for the draw. He goes for the win. He needs what? 4.5. 4.5, Philip Newman. Thanks for joining the stream, my friend. Appreciate your presence. So I think he needs 4.5, if I read correctly. We can double check. We can just... No, he needs more. He already got. So yeah, okay. Thank you for the update. Yeah, we did say knight a1. Now knight retreated now. Could you dream about playing this? But if you play this, then this guy's gonna fall. So now the problem for white is this guy actually, which is constantly attacked by the black knight. How are you gonna defend that pawn? Rook d3. Rook f2. Ah, he is willing to give up this guy in order to remove the a2 pawn. Okay. It's still playable. Big time playable, and I'm pretty sure there were quite a few more avenues unexplored yet. I think it looks very nice. Beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Should the Black King do something? Asking for a friend. Should the Black King try to relaunch its odyssey, its adventure a little bit, trying to coming over to the center of the board? But of course, white can... There you go, didn't I say it? Yes, king g6. That means king to f3 tries to stop them. King to f3 had been moved, guys, to actually, it's a multi-purpose idea. King to f3 also wants to play king to e3 to free up the rook, so that the white rook can go wherever they want to go, so that they become a bit more active. King e3, cutting off the black king's access, protecting d4, allowing the white rook on d2 to go wherever they want to go. That could be maybe this in order to pushing b4. I don't know. Could be many things. But I'm pretty sure that's just primarily speaking king to f3 and then king to e3. That's exactly what Adrian Suarez had in mind. You can't allow the black king. So let me just go one move quickly back. You cannot allow the black king to moving on e4. You're just kind of dead. So he had to play king f3 right now at the right moment. Knight b4 has been played before. Can white play just king e3? Just, you know, just do something with that white rook without having to worry constantly about the d4 white pawn. So maybe king e3 can and should be played now. Am I missing something? King e3. What do you think, guys? Is king e3 playable right now for white? Again, no engine involved, no nothing. Just human raw understanding. And then we're gonna prompt the engine later on to confirm various ideas that we might have had. King e3, there you go. That's exactly what would be my personal choice. Now, good news for white. White rook is free to go. Do you know where? I'll tell you where. That would be a super, super sweet idea. With rook on f6, checking this guy, grabbing this guy, then playing here, and whoa. Hey, more checks are coming. You bet that actually rook wants to go on h3, guys. Here's rook h3 all day. But check first, rook g2 was about saying, but they move faster than I was talking. Rook g2, you checking with tempo. King goes here, you're gonna check. King, but you're not gonna play king h5. Check again, exactly, we said that. He's gonna go here, because if you check again, he's gonna be attacking your rook with the king. I think so very much, yes. No? What was wrong with this? Check. I'm attacking your rook. Yeah, but then this. Yeah, but then you're gonna go here, right? Yeah, you're gonna go there, but... At the same time, the Black Knight also is in a weird little position here. You need to be careful about the c6 advancement. So you gotta stay sharp about that pawn. You gotta keep your eyes on that pawn. You kind of have to. Of course. Okay. Alrighty. King g5, last move. I guess Adrian is gonna check the king again. He's gonna do the check again. Rook g2. Of course. This one is completely off the book, guys, because it's just, that's skewer. I'm sure you know, but just saying for all of our friends. For beginners and novices, I think it works absolutely fine, and for intermediates works great. Super GMs don't need me, GMs don't need me, and no title player needs me just to having fun. I mean, they might be watching it for fun. But I think for our friends that are learning, I think I'm trying to explain as much as I can. Well, you know, guys, Lewis, when you're having like a few minutes on the clock and you have to decide, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be missing a few very, very important subtle ideas. Yeah, sometimes I might be. Others, I'm doubtful, but that's okay. As long as some guys every now and then are learning one or two things, that's good, because that's exactly my intent is, and nothing else. Okay. What was the thing that happened last time? King g5. How many minutes does Adrian have? 8 minutes 29 and 2 minutes 43, Levy. Okay. Rook g2. Rook g2. And king's gonna go like where? Where does the king go? Where does the king go? The king's gonna go where? Here? And then if we check again, king g6, rook takes, king takes. And then can I hope about this? Okay, he moved on f5. Okay, you must avoid trading the rooks. Check again. I think we're going to see a draw, guys. I think we're going to see a draw. I don't think Adrian Suarez would like to do anything else but just checking the black king. You can't allow the black rook to come in here. I don't think so. And he's going to keep checking the black king. I think we might be seeing a draw. We might see a draw, my friends. By threefold repetition. Which is not bad. Which is absolutely not bad. Well, I know Levy wants to win every single game, but hey. I know he wants to win, but hey. King g7. Why not? Because there is a passer. There is another passer, and I think the white king, if the white king performs something like king d2, if the rooks are disappearing, let's put it this way, if the rooks are disappearing, the black king would be right here on h7, far away, and I guess the white king has more than enough time to attack the black knight, repel the black knight, go grab this guy, and has two passes, so I guess black is losing. So my personal understanding would be black does not want to having the black king right here. So he needs to avoid, but he don't want to trade the rooks, because if he trades the rooks, I think white is more beneficial. It's looking better now. So g6 check, and probably he gonna avoid the trade. If that is king f7 or king f5 back, I don't know. Really, we are about to see. My 2 cents, you don't want to trade the black rook. The black rook is incredibly active, and you need actually to check the king. You need to check the king, you need to put pressure, you need to attack the rook, get this guy away so you can get a queen. I think more importantly, actually, guys, Do you know why white has to check the king continuously? Because if rook h1, this guy disappears. If this guy disappears, the queen is coming, and the game is over for white. Therefore, he cannot allow one single tempo to black. Right? Yeah, of course. Black needs to get the king on e7 or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I guess the initial intent for black was just simply to getting the king here when white king was on g2. But white king is no longer on g2. The white king is on e3 now. And black wants to play rook h1 to attack the white rook. So you can't allow that tempo. You got to keep checking the black king. But if the black king goes on e7, I guess black wins the necessary tempo to harass and attack the white knight on a1. I guess. Because if that happens, we might be seeing a queen. There is many subtleties also. I mean, there is quite a few subtleties. You might be able to give up on this pawn, and when the knight takes, probably you could grab this guy and eliminate that threat. But it's too much of a stretch. I think I would be slightly reluctant. I'm still looking for maybe checking the black king, pushing the black king behind the black pawn, and bloody hell, it's quite a difficult situation here. It is a very difficult stuff here. How many minutes these guys have? 5 minutes 26. And guys, if I remember correctly, at some point white was boasting like what, 20 minutes something, and Levy was on like 5 minutes. So it's big difference. It was big time difference in between the two, and now it just seemed to be very much even, almost. Hey, they drew, which I think was I think that's just phenomenal. It was a phenomenal game. Wait a sec. I think I will draw here. Something makes me think that white maybe should be trying to push a little bit for... You need to... Yeah, but you don't have the time. You need to calculate the... the c6 white pawn moving up, and if the black knight takes, maybe you could take that pawn. But that's really risky business. I'm not sure if it's actually quite worth it, but I think it's definitely spectacular. Let's see a little bit the evaluation, what it says. Yeah, the evaluation says it's a draw, and probably it's quite tiring, and it's a lot of fatigue, and it's a lot of stress. So if you got to this point, it's so sharp, you may just very well want to shake hands and live to fight another day. So that was quite entertaining and very cool. Very nice indeed. I think they played very, very good for 70 moves. A lot of great moves. The boys just simply produced phenomenal chess. I think it was just superb. Very nice chess being played here. And I'm not sure if Eric Rosen plays anything now. We could just simply go and see what's going on there. So guys, this was the moment. Check. Pawn takes. He missed a way to be winning, guys. Black. Upon this, I said a2. If you remember, those of you guys that were live in that very position, the engine was off. And I said all the bloody time about pushing a2. He pushed a2. What did he miss? Rook d3. Wait a second. What did he move? Knight here. Knight b4. What about rook a7? Rook a7. What is rook a7 doing? That's not a good one. It loses. Rook a7. Is rook a7 losing? Knight b4. The best move possible, and he did play it. Knight b4 attacks. Knight and rook. Rook goes away. Where did he lose the massive advantage? Was he supposed to play king e7? King e7 looks great. King e8 looks great. So you're no longer getting checked. Oh! I have a wild idea. Could it be that maybe king e7 in order to just put the king here and stopping any pawn's advancement, therefore the knight is free and the rook is free? Could it be king e8, king e7 because they actually want to play the king over to c6? What do you think, guys, honestly? Could it be just black king here in order to actually stop the passed pawn c5 from moving up the board, so to speak? Just saying. So if you get the black king on c6, that pawn can't move. So logically, you would say the black rook and the black knight can, work together for other purposes than just guarding the c6 square. So it could be very well. It could be. It could be. Anyway, king g7, exposed to checks and stuff. Knight c6 still attacks d4. Rook tries to grab that guy. Rook a7, very understandable. Yeah, the computer doesn't like the idea with the king g6, king f5, and king e4, because the computer says that actually the king can be stopped, which it was. The computer likes the idea of king to f8. Where does the king go? In order to play king e7, ticked. So yeah, I guess the computer wants the black king to stopping the white pawn and using the black knight for something else. Losing for something else, yes. The engine does not like the route. So, ladies and gents, the engine does not like this. The engine prefers this stuff. Bang, bang, bang. The engine wants the king to stop the c-pawn so that the black knight and the black rook do more stuff together. Whereas Levy actually kept the knight all the time to guard c6. And the black king was pretty much all the time exposed to checks and things. So I guess that would be a possible interpretation as of what the engine does not like king g6. And you can see the eval bar now goes, it's questionable. So this plan was questionable, but, it's the fatigue, it's the stress, it's... Right, let's see if there's any other folks on the closed B playing. No. Let's see if we got in the open. No, we do not. So these were the games, guys. I think we have sometimes to do maybe one puzzle or two because there is no more active games happening right now. I don't see any other games, really. Round number 6, which is today, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's not. Okay. All right. Let's go for a puzzle. Maybe then a puzzle streak or something. Yeah, I think so. Okay, guys, we can freely debate about what to do here in this position. I think that was the last game. Guys, if I'm wrong, if there is any other live game happening right now... Oh, Puzzle Rush, I'm really not fast. Yeah, Lewis, thank you very much for visiting, brother. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you find it useful. And see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be covering the round number 7. So we definitely do this next time, my friend. Thank you very much for visiting anyway. Buonanotte. Buonanotte. Okay. Black to move here. What do we do? Is there something about sacrificing a piece on g3? Because it looks to me we've got 2 minor pieces and the black queen's presence here. And the g3 is a little bit shaky. So I guess this g3 had to be hit now. I was just about to say about taking on e3, but that doesn't make any sense because it's too slow. But on the other hand, if you... Well, that doesn't work, does it? Wait a minute. Nah, it's g3. Wait a minute. What about knight h4? No, that doesn't work either. This is ridiculous. g3 has to fall. g3 has to fall, and one of these... I don't know. Knight or bishop? Which one is it, guys? Is it knight or is it the bishop? Which one is it? Knight takes or bishop takes? Thank you for following, my friend, or subscribing. Yeah, for the subscribe. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow, Lewis. See you tomorrow, dude. Thanks for stopping. Yep. Knight g3. Let me think about knight g3. Knight g3 threatens a little bit of a checkmate on the back rank with queen f1, right? So it's a forcing move. Therefore, pawn has to take. When pawn takes, you take with the queen check. For instance, I mean, you should... wait a minute. This guy takes, this guy takes. Nah, you take with the bishop for checkmate on f2. And they can't do nothing. Yes. Knight g3, pawn takes, bishop takes for checkmate in 2. This and this. So I guess it's working. Knight g3. If bishop takes, let's look at the bishop takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes. I'm not sure. I think knight has to take and then bishop takes with checkmate in 2. Which I think probably should be on f2. Oh, bloody hell. What was wrong here? It must be another move. Oh, come on. Knight actually here threatens this. It's knight e3. It's knight e3 for queen f1. Yeah, but you're very much attracted by it. Now, this one is more serious. Yeah, but they moved the knight. Yeah, but if they move the knight, I checkmate on g2. Oh, come on. Why not king g7? Because check here. So where do I have to go? Nowhere. You just block. You block with the bishop. You block with the bishop. Yeah. We missed this one. We missed. We thought it's something g3, but it's actually knight e3. And after check, you're actually supposed to block. Because if you move the king, it was queen d4 check and stuff. Yeah, well. Next one. Maybe. Maybe next one. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, probably it is. Let's try imagine some stuff here. Knight c7 check. King's gonna go here. Then we got this. Is this checkmate or not? Knight c7. That's a check. They can't take. They have to move king. King can only play on e7. And after other rook joins the party on e6, then, well, they block with the bishop. No, they can't. No, that's it. Game over. Easy, you say, yeah? Kumar, easy. Wait a minute. Let's try this. Okay, the first ones are easy. All right? The first ones are easy always. The first 5 or 10 or something, they're always easy. Now, the other ones are more complicated. Now, if we do this, I think that should be the winning stuff. Okay, now, there's not too many stuff happening, so we gotta play this. We gotta take this one, and that should be okay. We got the back rank. We've got a bishop here, cutting off the king. They might be delaying with bishop blocking, but after rook takes, there's nothing else they could do. Okay, this and this, mate in 2. Okay, now that's a discovered check. Hold on a sec, let me think. Yeah, that's this. When the king goes here, there is this and the stuff. Okay, this one is completely vulnerable. G7, this one. Black to move. We got back ranks everywhere. And after this guy plays here, we do the knight, they move, and then we take the bishop. That should be checkmate in 3. Checkmate in 3. But guys, they're going to be getting really challenging. So that's, you know, doable, so to speak. Now there should be 1, should be 2 here. The black king would be here. Can't move, can't take. So that's checkmate in 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a pattern. It's a back rank thing. So everyone knows this. Not a big deal. I'm sure you guys are more than aware of this kind of stuff. So now what do we play? Well, not going to play chess today. I'm playing chess on Lee Chess. I'm covering on chess.com, and I'm doing the Lee Chess with the friends that play chess. But this evening, gonna do just the puzzles. All right. So what do we do here? I've got a bishop here. I've got 2 pawns here. I've got a check here. Is there a? Wait a minute. This guy here. Oh yeah. We do check, and then I'm gonna push this guy with the queen and check, right? I hope that's the case. H2. Yeah, thank you. Cheers, guys. Wait a second. Do I have to under promote? Of course not. I gotta get a queen. Yes, a queen. Always the queen. Okay, that's a check with the knight, and then what? So I'm playing this guy here. This guy's gonna go here. And then I have the bishop here. So that should be it. Because of the bishop on h6, that should be the checkmate indeed. Yes. Can I win a queen or something with a check? I think that should be, because there is no other stuff I should do. I mean, winning queen should be enough. Should be enough. There is a check here with the rook. They move here. There is the other. They move nowhere. They move nowhere. It's game over. It's game over. Okay, what's next here? What do we do? What do we do, guys? We got one here. And then probably we got this guy. That should do, right? One. This guy goes here, and that's game over. All right, what else have we got in here? We've got a rook attacking the queen, attacking g2. And that should do. Yeah, there is something here, though. But it don't matter because we're attacking first. So this one is actually attacking first. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. We're just taking the queen now. So it doesn't really make any difference. There's a couple of stuff here. What do we do now? Hold on a second. Let me think about this one. Oh. So now they're getting funny. It could be this. Could be this. Could be this. No, whoa. Wait a minute. It doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now they're getting funny. What puzzle number is this? Puzzle number 17. They're getting funny now. Yeah, Kumar, I think it's bishop b7. I think it's bishop b7. Are you absolutely sure it's bishop b7? They're getting funny now. They do. They do get a bit funny. Hey, let me reduce a little bit because you guys can't read the... Wait a minute. Chat thing. Wait a minute. Let me move the chat over to the other... Oh, yeah, but you can't see the... Wait a minute. Let me reduce the... Yeah, I think that will do. Push it here, perhaps. Okay, something like this. For the time being. We'll figure out later. Okay, let's go back. Been doing this. Okay. So, bishop b7, you say? Bishop b7. I like bishop b7. But maybe we have to take first. Why not taking first? We take... Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop b7. I don't know. What about knight h3? Knight h3, pawn takes. No, that doesn't work. What about this? That's too slow. That's too slow, right? Bishop b7, bishop b7. Bishop b7. What about rook h6? Rook h6, rook g6. Does that work? Well, it's again terribly slow. Nah, I think knight takes, queen takes. Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop b7, knight e5. We didn't do nothing. That's not it. No. I think it's... Hold on a sec. Queen g6. Queen g6. Nah, knight attacks. No, that doesn't work. Bishop b7, bishop b7, knight e5. Yeah, bishop b7, knight e5, and then we're attacking f3 like 3 times. Yeah. What did I miss? Let me go back. Ooh. Yeah, wait a second. No, it's not bishop b7. We thought it's bishop b7, but it's not. No, Kumar, it's not. Could be rook g6, rook h6, rook g6. Could be this pawn. It could be a slower plan. It could be h4, h3. You know, it could be. Or it could be something else altogether. h4, h3. I think it's a cool one. Yeah, we could take the bishop. Queen takes. Queen takes. Pawn takes. Bishop b7, knight e5. What exactly the big deal is? Yeah, I mean, I appreciate. Yes, take the bishop with the knight. Queen takes. What do you do? Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop b7. Exactly what's the follow-up? After knight e5, how do you attack him again? Yeah, you attack him with f6. Yeah. Yeah, take the bishop, but you didn't say why. Alright? Yes. Yes. Yes, that is correct. Yes. So now we take the queen and then this guy is getting taken. Nothing to do with bishop b7. Very well. Yes, there's nothing to do with the b7 or anything. It's actually knight being taken on the spot. Yes. Correct. Correct. So, where's the next one? Oh, no, not mate into. Wait a minute. That's another stuff. We want to go back to this trick here. Yes. Okay. Next one. This guy is pinned, so we can take. And then queen checkmate there. We got a check here. Now we could do this or we could do rook. Which one is it? This one is check, though. It is. It absolutely is. But this one is check as well. That is true. But this one is check as well. That's true. So we got 3 checks here. We got 3 checks. Three checks. Rook h2. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Which one is it? Rook plays. Yeah, that's good. There's something to do with everything. Check. Yeah, but they escape. Oh. This. Yeah. Definitely. G takes f2. G takes f2. King takes. Rook plays. They go here. And then this. And that should be it. No, I don't think so. I think it's we take on f2 with the pawn. And then we use the rook on the second rank. I guess that's... I mean, it could be differently? I don't think so. What if it's this? They move here. This. They take here. This. They move here. Nah. It's this. It's f2. Rook h2. King g1. You mean knight f3. You mean knight f3. No, but it's not checkmate. It's f1, right? Rook f1, and after this, it's this. It's no checkmate, dude. There is no checkmate. It's f1 accessible, and then e2 also accessible. There's no checkmate. There ain't no checkmate. It's the f2 pawn, probably. No, you can't push the pawn. You have to capture. I guess on f2. There's quite a few. There's 3 big variations here, and we didn't get the correct one either. They're getting quite tricky at some point. Okay, let's see. Well, this one didn't work. It could be the rook. Sorry, it could be rook check. This guy goes here and then this. And when they take, it could be knight check. And then the guy goes here. Where the hell is the stuff? Oh, there is the other rook. Oh, there is the other rook. So, okay, I've seen it. Okay, it's this. Yeah. Oh, come on. There was the other one. Yeah, but do you know why? Yeah. So it's rook. Hold on a sec. It's rook here. Oh, come on. No. It's rook h2. So what did the guy play last time? hg3. No, wait a second. No. Knight c... No, wait a minute. What was the bloody thing? No, wait a minute. They actually took the... Oh, they took the... So there's no other rook. Okay, rook h2. Knight f3. They play on f and then rook supported by the pawn. So that was the whole bloody sequence. Oh. Okay, rook here on f2 then. Knight f3 and rook f2, checkmate. Nice one. Yeah. Absolutely. Probably could be something with the knight. Could be something with the knight here. I mean, if you put... No, it's more than just... No, it's more than just pushing the pawn. You can't, because the queens are on prey. You can't do this. It's got to be this kind of stuff. King's got to move. Where's the next stuff? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Is it queen sacrifice? Yeah, but they escape. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Queen. Knight in here. So queen here, king takes, knight plays check, but then they move whatever they want. That doesn't work this way. We gotta do something else. Could be this though. Could be this. No, wait a minute. A rook takes. No, wait a second. Okay, let's try. I know, they're getting a little bit tricky. They're getting a bit tricky. I also need more coffee, I guess. Queens are attacking each other. It's got to be something here, tactically speaking. So queens can't be queen. It should be a knight. But which knight? I mean, where do you go with the knight? Knight d4, knight d4, king d5. Knight d4, king d5, right? So, oh yeah, and then queen e4. Right? Yes. It's knight d4, king goes on d5, and then you got a queen. And that's about it. And whatever. Yeah. That's it. And then this guy goes here, and you've got this. And that should be working. Unless I'm missing something else again, but I don't think... No, it's this. It's actually this. Bloody hell. You're so... I mean, look at this one. I mean, just look at this one. You're thinking about playing rook e to c1 straight away, and then you realize there is also a fork here with knight to e6. I think you asked that before in the past, Raj. Didn't I tell you? It's on my bio anyway. It's 1752, the rapid. This. And now queen. Wait a minute. Should we still persist with something else? Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Always just wait a second. Nah, you gotta take queen now. You have to take the queen, and that's fine. Yeah. Oh, come on. What the heck was that thing? You're not serious. They always do that. So you go for the queen to simplify things, and actually there is another in-between move here. It could be this, and I did say about rook e to b1. I did say about rook e to b1, but I didn't play it. Rook e to b1 because it pushes the king further away. Then, actually, after rook e b1, king's gonna go, you take, they take, and then you deliver checkmate on b7. That was the whole idea. Actually, that was the idea with rook e b1, which I did say, but I didn't play. Because I didn't see the I didn't see this stuff. Why would I do it? And because I didn't see why would I do it, I went for the queen straight away. No, you're actually threatening checkmate as well. So it's rook e-b, not just to check the king. It's not just to checking the king. It's actually for delivering checkmate here after you remove the black queen. Oh. Come on. That's so annoying. Ugh. And that was it. How many mistakes? Okay, one more and we are out. But let's just use the remaining ones, guys. Definitely not the best day I've ever had, but that's okay. Maybe tomorrow we'll be doing better. Okay. Okay, rook takes, if bishop takes, queen takes, checkmate, rook takes, if this guy go, well, we have a discovered check, right? So it's got to be winning. Unless the engine is really, really sickening and they go with some queen. No, I don't think, I think it's just rook. No, it's just rook. It's got to be a rook. Yeah, it got to be a rook there. Okay, we've got a battery here. We got to check, this guy goes here, we got the other one and checkmate. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that's it. Come on. Okay, check here. Oh, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. No, it's check. They go here and back rank here. And then you go here. Come on. Cool stuff. Next. Queen here. Checkmate in a move. Checkmate in a move, right? I'm not getting taken or something. Yeah. That should be working. Ugh. Ridiculous. Okay. We got to check here. And that looks good. I think it looks good. Queen C, no, queen to F6. It can't be bad. They can't do bishop because we got another bishop and there's checkmate. And if they move this guy here, well, we've got to list the bishop and that is just checkmate. Yeah, okay, we were a little bit correct. Not too much correct, just a little bit correct. And now I haven't got a clue. If I take this guy here, I'm taking a bishop. That is good. Then they take me here. That is correct. And then what do we do? That's a good question. Very good question. Very, very good question. Should we? Okay, is there any other tempo? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very difficult. I'm inclined to say, yeah, sometimes you can. Sometimes, you know, you probably need to wait for better circumstances and stuff. Well rested and things. So knight to e4, you're taking a piece, which is good. Then bishop takes you, fine. Then, yeah, but the engine does, I mean, the puzzle doesn't just want you to trade off pieces. It's got to be something else. You can't just trade off stuff here. Takes and takes and takes. I mean, what's that? No, it's not just trading. You've got 3, they got 2, they take, you take. And you got a knight and a bishop versus a knight. Come on. Yeah, but then check. Yeah, but then you block a knight. Of course. Knight blocks and you're saving the knight from the attack of the white queen. Okay, I'm just wondering what the heck was that about. It actually makes, it makes sense. Now that's one of those ones. Could be this, right? Could be. If they go here, you're gonna go via this way. If they go here, you're gonna go via this way. It's gotta be king f5. It's gotta be king f5. Okay, so now you're gonna try this one. And yeah. You're gonna be taken on f6 and that should be working. What are you doing? That doesn't mean anything, right? Okay. I'm winning the queen here. We're gonna take. Queen is gonna capture. Then we're gonna play the check with the rook. King's gonna have to capture because the king is in check. And when they capture, we're actually taking the queen. Okay. So we are winning the queen here, believe it or not. We're winning the queen. Okay, exactly as we said. Huh. The heck we managed to do this one? No idea. Okay, what's going on here? Hey, come on. This takes, and this. Guys, what's the name of this checkmate pattern? Anastasia's checkmate. It's knight e7, king goes h8, rook takes, king takes, and rook h1. Anastasia checkmate. Yeah. Anastasia's checkmate, I think. Something like that. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that might be Anastasia, actually. Yeah, it could be Anastasia, yeah. Yeah, it could be Anastasia. Yeah, you never know, actually. You never know for sure, right? Check here. They block whatever. They move in the corner. Okay, but then we got the other guy. Okay, so probably a little bit of moving the rooks around the white king. So, rook d7. Rook d7, right? It's gotta be rook d7. If it ain't, then that's it. Okay, let's just finish this thing. Okay. What's next? We gotta check on f3. They take, we take. Takes. Is it correct? Knight f3. They take, queen takes, rook takes, check. Well, rook and king versus rook versus king or bishop kind of wins. Unless there is another craziness, but I really doubt it is. Yeah, that's more than enough to winning. Long term, if you have the rook and the king, you should be winning, so that's just fine. Okay, what is next happening here? Well, this guy is a little bit. Bishop is pinned. Does that mean anything? If bishop is pinned, what does that mean? Well, wait a minute. Can I just do double? Thank you for following. Claire White, or who is that one? Yeah, thanks for following. They are doing puzzles here. Wait, I've got another bishop. I didn't see the bishop. I didn't see the bishop on e6. That has to play something. Wait a minute. It's got to be something about that bishop. What if we play now? They go here. Okay. And then I take, they take. Ah, it's a checkmate on the back rank. It's bishop. It's bishop. It's actually bishop. It's bishop b3. And then it's checkmate on the back rank. Well. Bloody not checkmate, but wait. No, I don't check. I take the bishop. Is there a... No, you take the bishop. Take the bishop and that's it. Nice and easy. Yes, take the bishop nice and easy. Well, you take on g6 and next, how do you take with? I don't know. Wait. No, it's this guy here. Okay, that will do. That one should be just everything you need to. So if you came for chess, that's perfectly fine, Claire. Anything else you try selling? Not interested. Thank you very much for your presence. Check here, and then... No, wait a minute. There is another check here. And then there is a check here. So it's rook b1. This guy goes here. Queen c7. This guy goes here. You go back with the rook. That makes sense. Let's go this way. And let's go... Oh, yeah. Of course it is. Winning queen again with the oldest trick ever in the book. Rook to h1. Check. Deflecting king. Taking queen off. Okay, that works. Next one. What am I doing? Where's the checkmate? There's got to be a finisher here. It has to be a checkmate. Well, there is a check, first thing first. No, it's not a check, but it's something. Well, you could just take straight away. And then you do this, and then they go here, and then you do this. Well, wait a minute. I don't think so. It's this. Whoa. Now they're getting funny. Now they're getting a little bit funny. They always get a bit funny now. Well, if you take, it's kind of good. I mean, it's nice. Yeah, but is this the move? Is there any difference in between this and this? I wonder. If you take... I could do also... I mean, what's the... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but they, in the meantime, they take this. You do this, they take this. You do this, they go here. Okay, you do this, but then they go here. So what's the stuff? Then you play here. And then they go back. Are you serious, man? What if we do this, though? Defending, attacking. The guy is pinned. Yeah, but then they could check. True. That is true. Then we take. Difficult one. That's already getting a bit difficult. Takes. Queen takes. I'm not sure. I'm really not. Could be anything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this one. Could be something. There is always something, but I don't know for the time being. Don't know for the time being. What is it? Um. Because that guy obviously can't move backwards, so it's Queen C7 after all. Ah, well, forget about it. All right, we'll try some other time. We'll try some other time. We're gonna get more coffee next to us and hopefully gonna have an impact. Alrighty, folks, so that was the Madrid Festival, followed by a couple of puzzles, some of them a bit more successful than others being solved. Thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow I plan to stream the round number, what is that? Round number 7 or something of the same Madrid Chess Festival. So if you got any time, guys, feel free to be joining. Hello, Emmanuel. Good to see you, my friend. So anyway, let's try it tomorrow again, folks. So cheers. Thanks a lot. See you soon.